Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here. So, a quick video. Hi everyone, welcome back. In this series, I'm sharing my complaint journey with bookmakers, starting with Paddy Power. So that's right, me versus Paddy Power, complaint filed. This isn't about accusing or defaming anyone. It's about showing you the real process, step by step, and highlighting what the rules actually say. So let me get into the complaint. So, stage one, my initial complaint. So far, here's what I've done. I've sent in my first formal complaint where I raised affordability and social responsibility concerns. I explained that I'd been gambling using overdrafts and payday loans, not spare income. I pointed out that my deposits often spiked right after my wages or loan advances, which are recognised as potential harm markers. And I requested a full review of my account history, disclosure of any responsible gambling interventions, a subject access request for all my personal data, and if failings were identified, a refund of losses from those periods. So let's just recap stage one. So the initial complaint. I sent a formal complaint raising affordability and social responsibility concerns. I explained that deposits were made using overdrafts and payday loans and not spare income. Highlighted that deposits spiked immediately after wages or loan advances, clear harm markers showing clear harm markers. I requested full review of account history, disclosure of responsible gambling interventions, a subject access request. This is basically all my personal data. I'm requesting it. Normally, they send it via post. Also, what they'll normally do is request for proof of identity and refund all losses where failings are identified. So let me get into stage two. So I've had a response since. So their reply so far has been fairly standard. They acknowledged my complaint, gave me a reference number, and confirmed they have up to 8 weeks to provide a full response, although they say most are resolved within 10 days. So let me show you this stage two section. So stage two, response received. Complaint acknowledged by Paddy Power, complaints team. Complaint reference number issued, confirmed they have up to 8 weeks to respond, but aim for 10 days in most cases. So, stage three, why I don't think that's enough. Now, let's compare this with what Gambling Commission requires. Bookmakers are expected to, and please listen carefully, monitor customer activity for risk markers under Social Responsibility Code provision 3.1.1. Carry out proportionate affordability checks if a customer is showing signs of gambling beyond their means. Intervene with more than just generic safer gambling emails. There should have been more meaningful, personalised action. In my experience, I've received standard emails about safer gambling, but no real intervention that matched the level of risk. So let's go back to stage three, why this matters. Bookmakers must monitor customer activity for risk markers, in brackets, SRCP 3.4.1, close brackets. They should perform proportionate affordability checks where customers may be gambling beyond their means. And finally, in stage three, interventions should be meaningful and personalised, not just standard emails. So let's get into stage four. So, the law behind it in stage four. For anyone watching, here are the key rules that apply. So this will be quite difficult for me to say. LCCP, SRCP 3.4.1. Operators must identify and interact with customers showing signs of harm. Affordability guidance. Operators are expected to make sure customers aren't gambling with unaffordable money. Consumer protection. The FCA and Ombudsman have made it clear in other sectors that sustainability checks are part of responsible lending and spending. Gambling has a similar expectation under commission rules. So stage 4, just a quick reminder, key rules referenced LCCP SRCP 3.1 4.1 Customer Interaction Obligations. Affordability guidance. Operators must ensure customers aren't gambling with unaffordable money. Consumer protection principles. Similar expectations exist in lending and financial services. So just on closing, so where am I now? I've acknowledged their response and I'm waiting on their full investigation. As soon as I hear more, I shall share it here so you can see exactly how this process works in practice. If you want to follow the journey or you're thinking of making a complaint yourself, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss the next update. This isn't financial advice or legal advice. This is what I'm doing. So what I would say is, if you make a complaint, they will immediately self-exclude your account. So if you've got in-play bets in there, like the cash-out bets, season-long football bets, anti-post horse racing bets, your account will be immediately suspended. I'm not sure if I'm using the right word when I say suspended, but it will be self-excluded. You won't be able to do anything. So what I would do is, you need to do what's right for you. What could that be? That could be cashing out. That could be taking pictures of the bets that are still standing. And what I would do as well is maybe take a few pictures of any profit and loss that is or history that's in your account. Don't get me wrong, via the subject access request, you are requesting full history. But if you take a picture yourself before you file this complaint, at least, or should I say, if you decide to file a complaint, if you believe you're in the same situation, just make sure you're a little bit better prepared than I am, because I filed the complaint, then realised they immediately closed my account or suspended it or self-excluded me automatically. So what I would do is make sure you're well prepared. This is what I've done so far. So what I would say is take as many pictures as you can of your account, send a complaint letter, wait for the reply, send a follow-up if necessary. What I will do is, if required, I will put the information into the comments if you require. I'm not providing this as a template for you. You need to use, what I've used ChatGPT. Basically, I asked them a few questions. I uploaded my bank statements up to ChatGPT. I am not requesting that you do that. I'm not advising that you do that, but ChatGPT went thoroughly through my bank statements around the troubled times that I'd got, which was a few years ago now. There was many Paddy Power deposits across all different platforms, and also my financial history at the time. I asked ChatGPT, were there clear harm markers? ChatGPT, whether it was just like, obviously you don't know what you're actually using, but it did say there were clear harm markers, and it listed the possible rule breaks. So that is why I have filed this. If you use ChatGPT or any other AI chatbot, you do so at your own risk. This is not advice. This is my complaint that I have opened, and I respect Paddy Power. This isn't defamatory. This is just a complaint that I've highlighted that I don't believe they acted in my best interests. So if you want to follow the video, it's going to be very interesting. Either click subscribe or like the video. So I wish you the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.